My name is Harriet Manners, and I am a geek. But my entire life is about to change, and frankly, it's about time.
It looks like fans of Geek Girl have something pretty exciting to look forward to because Netflix has finally confirmed that the hit teen drama is officially getting a second season. And not only that, it's already filming, which is a huge relief considering how long it took for this announcement to actually come through. The first season dropped in May 2024 and made quite a splash, especially with younger audiences who really connected with Harriet Manners, the show's quirky and endearing main character. The series stars Emily Carey, who many will recognize from House of the Dragon as young Alicent Hightower, and follows Harriet as she unexpectedly gets thrown into the glitzy, sometimes chaotic world of fashion. The show had an impressive run in Netflix's global top 10, sticking around for 4 weeks and even peaking at number 2. It reached audiences in 89 countries and pulled in more than 28 million views in just 7 months, which is no small feat for a teen drama. But despite all that success, it took almost a full year for Netflix to officially announce Season 2. That might sound a bit odd, but there's actually a reason behind the delay. The first season was produced by Chorus Entertainment, a Canadian company that ended up facing a bunch of financial issues. Staff cuts, business closures, and even rumors of bankruptcy due to over $1 billion in debt. Because of that, there were changes on the production side. Boat Rocker, another Canadian company, ended up taking over, and they're now handling both Season 2 and the rights to Season 1. So although the wait was frustrating, it kind of makes sense. Season 2 is now filming in the UK, and while it won't hit Netflix until sometime in 2026, the cameras are officially rolling, which is a huge step forward. Fans can rest easy knowing that Harriet's story isn't over yet. And based on everything we've seen so far, it looks like this next chapter might be even better than the first. One exciting update is that Leighton Williams, known for roles in Bad Education and Everybody's Talking About Jamie, has joined the cast. He'll be playing a new character named Onassis. Williams is a big name in the theater world too. He recently won an Olivier Award for his role in the Celine Dion musical Titanic. So his addition to the show could bring even more energy and charm. Returning cast members include Emily Carey, of course, along with Emmanuel Imani, Liam Woodrum, Rochelle Harrington, and Zach Looker. We'll also see familiar faces like Sarah Parrish, Tim Downey, Jemima Rooper, and Hebe Birdsall back for Season 2. With so many of the original cast coming back and a talented new actor joining the mix, the new season already has a lot going for it. But let's talk about how the show differs from the original Geek Girl books by Holly Smale, because that's something fans of the series have been noticing from the beginning. Although the heart of the story is still the same, Harriet trying to find her place in both the fashion world and in high school, there are quite a few changes. For one, the character of Toby is very different in the show. In the books, he's more of an awkward, obsessive fan of Harriet, which gave his character kind of a weird edge. But the Netflix version really softens him up. Here, Toby is more of a genuine friend. He shares Harriet's feelings of not quite fitting in, which makes him a lot more relatable. It's a nice change, honestly, because it gives Harriet someone to truly connect with. Then, there's the trip Harriet takes with her father and stepmother. In the books, they go to Moscow, and the whole storyline plays a big role, but in the show, that's swapped out for a trip to Canada. It's a pretty big shift in setting, but it still works in the context of the series. They probably made that change because it's easier to film and more relevant to the show's production, which is partly based in Canada. Plus, it keeps the story grounded and focused on Harriet's emotional growth rather than just the exotic travel element. Another key change? In the book, Harriet gets discovered at a science expo, but in the Netflix version, she's spotted during a school trip to Fashion Week. That switch really amps up the glamour of her discovery and feels more fitting for the fast-paced, high-stakes vibe of the show. It also lets the fashion world take center stage earlier, which is important since that's where most of Harriet's personal challenges and growth unfold. Because of these changes, the show feels more modern and a little more grounded in today's world. It still captures the essence of the original books, but it's not afraid to take its own path. That could mean Season 2 will continue to stray from the source material in meaningful ways, and that's actually pretty exciting. After all, when a show's already doing something different and doing it well, there's no reason not to keep building on that momentum. Even though there was no news for months after Season 1 ended, Netflix's decision to greenlight another season shows they haven't forgotten how well it did. It may have taken almost a year, but that slow burn could work in the show's favor. If anything, it gives fans more time to build anticipation, and it gives the creators more time to make sure Season 2 really delivers. Series showrunner Zoe Rocha shared how excited she was to be back for another season, saying that the audience reaction to Season 1 was truly incredible and that they're ready to bring the next chapter to life. She's working again with Holly Smale and Emily Carey, and now with both Rocker on board, it feels like the whole project is stepping up in a big way. Another thing worth noting is how much critical praise the show has gotten, not just from fans but from reviewers too. It currently holds a 100% score on Rotten Tomatoes, which is pretty rare, especially for a teen drama. Most shows in that genre get criticized for being too shallow or unrealistic, but Geek Girl has struck a balance. It's light and fun, but it also tackles real issues like self-doubt, social anxiety, and the pressure to fit into impossible standards, especially in the world of fashion. And although it does have that classic YA storyline of a teenager getting swept into something totally out of her depth, Harriet is such a grounded and relatable character that it still feels fresh. She's not your typical lead in a fashion story. She's awkward, she overthinks everything, and she's only 5'4", which isn't the standard model height at all, but that's kind of the point. The show leans into that and uses it to explore themes of self-acceptance and identity, which makes it more than just a fun watch. So what does all this mean going forward? Well, for one, it's clear Netflix is investing in Geek Girl as more than just a one-season wonder. With big names joining the cast, a strong production team, and a growing fan base, Season 2 could take the series to the next level, and if it continues to evolve away from the book in smart ways like it did with Toby and the Russia trip, it might even attract a broader audience. Harriet's journey isn't just about becoming a model, it's about finding out who she is when the world suddenly sees her differently. That's a story a lot of people can connect to, especially teens. And with the new season on the way, there's going to be even more room to explore how Harriet handles the highs and lows of balancing her old life with the new one. Plus, the addition of Leighton Williams as Onassis could bring a fresh dynamic to the fashion world within the show. His theater background and stage presence could make his character a standout and maybe even shake things up for Harriet and her journey. It'll be interesting to see what kind of relationship they build, whether it's mentorship, friendship, or rivalry. At the end of the day, the long wait for Season 2 might turn out to be worth it. The changes in production, the thoughtful tweaks from the books, and the continued focus on character growth all point to a series that's really finding its stride. So even though we won't be seeing new episodes until 2026, fans can take comfort in knowing that Harriet Manners' story isn't over. It's just getting started. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.